From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flush to his right. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 6 there on first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Corey Legion breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Go ahead. 11. Go ahead.
A first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll look to throw. And they're not able to incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at...
Back to throw. Going up top for Miller. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Mikel Roby-Coleman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Back near his goal line. Here's Garoppolo. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On the run, this is Hunt. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep, Golden Tate. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a 1st down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing. And for some teams, it's a change in tempo. Usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And this passing game, this whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
12, fellas, here we go.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he comes back with one complete. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On second down, Williams. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And Tate's got it. First catch so far for Tate, and he's got a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
There's Garoppolo to throw. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with the football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are in for 6. Oh, he missed it. No good. So this remains a 4-point game. Carlson now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep it cute.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Eric Armstead in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Hunt. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Third and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll vice. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Chris Long in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And taken at the 46. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
The Bucs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Losing 4 yards that time. And now it's 4th down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. On first down, Garoppolo. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Dancing to his left. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
12.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And they'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. Now he'll escape to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. Now the Bengals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The Bengals bring out their punter now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of his first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Tate. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA, and now a great career in the NFL. He'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Coleman has it here right side. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Back to throw here. He's got his tight end, Jay Butt. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simple.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Chris Long in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Garoppolo now. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now Garoppolo. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Chris Long. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They run again with Hunt. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Khalil Mack. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. You gave the stat early on that he's one of just 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards last year, and then you said they needed to bottle him up for under 100 yards. He's way under 100 yards.
Bottom line, he's had virtually no success whatsoever.
And because of that, among a couple other reasons, they're down on the scoreboard. He'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners. They've had the receivers on lockdown.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Still fighting, and he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they're going to face a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now the Bengals on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6.
11.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Miller on the catch over the middle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Jurrell Casey in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now it's Tate. So possession goes over here on the punt, and possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. So out come the Bucs now. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
All right, now look at 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a penalty flag is going to come out on top of it. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10. Well, Garoppolo's going to throw it over the middle, and it's incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Back to throw, Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep, and this will be caught at the 30. Alshon Jeffrey, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Alshon Jeffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Important extra point up and through, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Carlson now to kick this one away. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
He's back to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. Clock running. The Bucs try to go quickly and get set. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. On the right side, this is Miller. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to let it fly. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Detroit! Hang on now.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Now back to throw. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. They'll set up to throw. And his throw is incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman. And it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one. They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Smart play to get rid of it there, but now it's 4th down. Your margin for error pretty much out the window.
That means you have to come up with a big-time throw here and a completion in order to keep this 2-minute drive going.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams